Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is the first look for 5 Days of HoliSLAY. I looked up HoliSLAY and I found video game things on YouTube. I also googled it and I know it's very easy to copy, to borrow things on YouTube, on social media, period. So if HoliSLAY came from somewhere else, someone else's channel, I'll be more than happy to give them credit for the idea of it, for the word, whatever it is. I just thought it was cute to name the series that, so nothing more. I was gonna do 12 Days of HoliSLAY, but that is a lot of makeup looks. And I also don't have like a ton of holiday outfits. So I thought 5 was a good one, good number to deal with. And I wanted to make it festive and I wanted to give you a load of ideas for any type of holiday party, festivity, occasion that you might be invited to. I'm gonna do a video a day, so I'm gonna be very overzealous and I think I could do it just so you guys have ideas for, again, any of holiday parties that you have coming up. I am already running very late. It's December 9th and I should have started this series beginning of the month, but we still have some month left. Maybe some holiday parties didn't happen yet and you still need some ideas. This is the first look. I wanted to start with a bang. Glitter cut crease realness. You certainly don't have to go this glam for your holiday party, but if you wanted to use glitter, some sparkles, some glam, then this is the first look I came up with. I thought having a poinsettia headband will be helpful too. I will put the link down below for Dora's Etsy shop so you can see any other holiday headband looks you want to scan over and perhaps buy for your parties. So without further ado, if you want to see how I got this HoliSLAY glitter cut crease eye look, then please keep on watching. Do you love my headband and my very creative glitter guard? I will put Dora's information down below for all her very festive headband designs. She is currently in Chelsea Market here in NYC, but she also owns an Etsy shop. So if you want to check that out, go online, and again, I'll leave that link down below. I already did one eye, so we're gonna go get a close-up of the other. I have these up because wiping off glitter is very difficult. It actually doesn't wipe off, it sticks. So I find that putting something under your eyes before you go in with foundation, it proves very helpful for the cleanup after you've done your eye look. To start, we're priming with Urban Decay's Primer Potion in Enigma. I'm actually running out, I gotta get some more. And then we pat to blend. To set that primer, going in with Laura Mercier's loose powder. Any loose powder will do, and this is just so the base won't be so sticky when we apply our shadows. To start building our transition shade, I'm going in with the Jouer Essential Matte and Shimmer palette. Love that we're gonna go use the Morphe gold brushes. Everything on here I bought. This is not sponsored, but any of you guys, makeup companies, want to send me stuff, please do. I will love it. Going in with this shade, Desert, and this is the Morphe Y17. I'm just gonna start the top portion of my crease to set up the transition colors. Now with their Y18 in the Sepia shade, I take it on one side of the brush and then I hook it under so that we could further define the crease. Anytime you're applying crease colors, know to use very light strokes, be very light-handed. When you start to press and drag the skin, that's when it starts to come out very splotchy. So I find it very helpful when using light strokes that it creates a better eye look in terms of blending. Taking the first brush we use to just blend those two colors together. We will now define the cut crease area. So I go in with a Cosette S185. I love this little brush. It's perfectly shaped for the crease area, for defining it. Going in with the shade Suede. No? Dark chocolate. Sorry. And then gently start to carve out the crease further. And anytime I go in with this brush, I use very, very light strokes and I build the color. So try not to go in right away with a lot of color on the brush. very light with the shadow and just build from there. And you see how you have that like line of demarcation? That's when we go back with another fluffy brush and slowly, just gently blend those two colors together. I always try to get them to look the same, but you know what? If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. With the same Cosette blending brush, I go in with the black now in Licorice very lightly, and I just start to further define the crease. And I'm very light application of shadow, barely putting down any pressure. Then with the desert shade again, I go in with a fluffy crease brush just to blend out the darker colors. And please take your time blending, it takes a while. So if you are going out with this look, give yourself some time to blend. Before we go in with our wing liner, we're going to carve out the lid area with the same primer we used. And this is a Tarte brush I got online for free, gift of purchase with purchase. I go in again with the primer potion and just to carve out the lid area first before we apply the wing liner. I find it easier for me to know where I'm going to put the glitter glue, so it doesn't have to be crazy defined, just to give an idea of what that lid shape will be like. Again, not drag, but just kind of place and take my time carving out this lid space. And that's all we have to do for now. We'll further carve it out later with the glitter glue. Now for the very fun and nerve-wracking part. The wing liner. You know how I feel about doing wing liner on camera, you guys. I might have to escape during sketch, but we'll see. I use the Inglot Duraline with the Morphe Gel Pot in Slate. And you see that I've already, because of this eye, kind of used my hand as a canvas. So we're going to use the Smith 202 eyeliner brush. Very tiny, very precise brush. I use the back of my hand just to warm up the product and just to get the brush into an even finer point. And then let's start with this wing, shall we? I'm not talking while I'm doing this, so just pretend that I am. This is so nerve-wracking. What I like to do is take a felt tip liner and draw in the top portion of my wing first, and then I go back in with the gel pot to fill in the shape. Kat Von D Tattoo Trooper liner to again carve out the top of my wing. Again with the same brush and pot liner, now filling in that space. Is not optimal, but I'm gonna keep it like that because I'll be here forever trying to perfect this wing. Now for the second fun part, using Too Faced's glitter glue and with a small lay down brush. The brand rubbed off. I have no idea where this brush came from. It came from a store, but I just don't know the brand, so yeah. We will use two brushes actually. There's a smaller one here. Here it is. That remains nameless as well, just for the final detail work. But I first now put the glitter glue on the majority of the area, the lid area. I like to use the edge of the brush to create a sharper line. And the reason why we're going in with the glitter after is because it's a nightmare for me to apply wing liner on glitter. Like, it's just so intense. And I already went too high on this eye. but we'll fix it. And you really have to take your time, because this is very tedious. And if you need to use a smaller brush, then go right ahead. Now using the MAC pigment from their Nutcracker Sweet collection. This is in the color Raining Riches. And it is such a pretty red glitter, like it's insane. This is where you carefully just press. Press, press, press. Try not to drag. Use the pot liner again just to fill up the line so it's completely black and not glittery black. But you know, you do the best you can. Glitter is very difficult to work with, especially when you're doing a glitter cut crease and wing liner. So be patient, it's sparkly, and that's all you need to worry about. Taking my Cosette brush just to carefully whisk away the glitter on my shadow. I don't want it to go on there. If it does, you know, what are you gonna do? But carefully, again, use light strokes, no dragging, and it'll come off. Easy peasy. I'm trying not to like close my lids, and so the glitter will stay on the lid, but it keeps on coming to my crease, whatever. Now that we have our glitter and wing, we're gonna carefully take off these guards. I like to press because if I wipe, it's just gonna spread and not actually come off. And if it doesn't come off, then you'll just be sparkly all over. A great opportunity to clean up the wing. For primer, I'm using my mini Burberry Nude Fresh Glow Luminous Fluid Base from my Sephora Rewards. It just gives a really nice luminescence to the skin, and it's a neutral color, so starting off with that on my face. I forgot to mention, brows were already done, and I use the Benefit Brow Pencil, both the Goof Proof and the Precision. Foundation with the Hourglass Vanish Foundation Sticks in Honey and Golden Amber. Using a Morphe E44 to blend. For concealer, going in with Tarte's Shape Tape in medium. This is the best concealer. The hype is real, you guys. And that's why it's always sold out. It's really intense. Anytime you get email notifications about it being restocked, go get it. And it's super pigmented. I go in with dots because if I swipe, it's a lot of concealer. And if you definitely want to go that route, all for it. But just know that you don't have to use a ton of product to get the coverage you need. And I use my beauty blender to work that concealer into the skin. Look at that brightness! I ordered like 3 more in a bit of a lighter shade and darker shades to contour. Mama went crazy. Lock-It setting powder. This is the original color. I know they came out with like 3 other colors, but this one is so bomb. Pouring some in the lid, and we go in with that same damp beauty blender and set that concealer. I'm gonna let that sit, and setting the rest of my face with the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Powder Compact in number 7 and a pointed powder brush. NARS's Melina Contour Compact with the Morphe Y9. First with that contour shade, starting high and then carefully brushing. This is the first time I'm using this brush. I love it. So fluffy, and it makes applying powder contour very easy. Nose. So Orpha Zanali is a beautiful Instagram makeup artist and YouTuber, and she suggested to press the excess powder with a damp beauty blender, and I love the finish of that. I'll leave her stuff down below as well. I'm sure you follow her already, but I thought this was a great tip, and I've been doing it all week and I love the results. I'm just taking a fluffier brush to further blend out my nose contour with the Morphe E52 and the Dior Tan Powder in 003. We warm up the complexion, because even though it's winter time, we can still look tan. For blush, using the new NARS Unfiltered palette in number 1, I will now go in with Exhibit A. This is a great palette, you guys. They have another palette with lighter shades, but the combination of the 3 mattes and the 3 highlighters I think makes for a great travel palette, because you have every color in here. You could change it up and not have to bring 1,000 blushes with you. Morphe Y1 in the Exhibit A shade, just up between the contour and the bronzer. And then whatever left over I have on the brush, I just go on the apples of my cheeks. For a highlighter, I'm first gonna mist with Makeup Forever's Mist and Fix. Before that dries down, I hit with the highlighter so it could give for a very intense glowy effect. This is from Mac Daddy. He does this all the time because you know his highlighter is like poppin' always. Morphe Y14 with the Anastasia So Hollywood highlighter. Before it dries down, you go in. For the lower lash line, using ColourPop's Cream Gel Liner in, I forgot the color because it rubbed off. Waterline and actual lash line. With the Morphe Y22, any small pencil brush will work. Back into the Jouer shadow palette in the dark chocolate shade, and we're just gonna blend that out. Then in the Sepia shade, further smoking the dark brown shade out. And just cleaning up my crease a tad bit more with the Licorice shade. Now to pop on some lashes, using the Lily Galici lashes in New York, and I'll be right back. After lashes, we use Makeup Forever's Little Excessive Lash for the bottom lashes. For some inner corner highlight, again using Anastasia's So Hollywood highlighter, just with my pinky. For lips, because everything is like red and flushed, I'm going to stick to a nude. So in that case, combining Kat Von D's liquid in Bow and Arrow with Huda Beauty's Venus, I'm going to pop the bow and arrow to the outside portion of my lips. And then use Huda's Venus on the inner. And then one final spritz to set the whole thing. So I'm going to change my outfit, change my hair, and I'll be right back. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And also subscribe to see 4 more HoliSLAY looks on my channel. Have a good day, everyone, and I'll see you on the next video.